We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask firm returns for you guys to smash that like button. And here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. It continues to push up higher and it broke out from this channel that we've been talking about, right? From this double bottom here and from this resistance area here, it's broken out. It's above $400. And now what is going to happen next? Going into next week, that's what we're going to break down in today's video. And today, as the SPY continued to go up, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator since 10 a.m. and from that moment forward, call options went up 400% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our SPY bot, QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets. And I'm an advocate that every single investor, especially retail investors, should have clarity and an edge over their charts. No matter what it is, it doesn't have to be 42 vision, but if you find value in what I share here and what we share, you could join a community of investors using these resources to maximize in either direction. And as I always state, this is not financial advice, just my opinion and perspective alone, but I believe volatility is here to stay, and to be able to maximize within the volatility, having an edge and clarity makes all the difference, guys. So here we are with the SPY, and it continues to push up higher, right? It's pushing up higher. It broke out of that channel. It's above $400. And in today's video, we're going to break down what our inflow versus outflow indicator and bull and bear indicators are showing. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And as you see popping up here on the screen, these are some of the home runs I've managed to find this week alone. And while it's not guaranteed to be this way every single time, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts with our 42 vision indicators, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. It sent out a bull indicator at 9:40 a.m. And from that moment forward, call options went up 300% plus, guys. Got that bull indicator full strength on 42 vision. The inflows crossed the midpoint, showing further confirmation of strength. And our Tesla bot sent it directly to our Discord at 9:40 a.m. And from that moment forward, calls went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this edge and clarity of the charts and join a community of members using these resources to maximize in either direction, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, our 42 vision indicators, getting connected to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So here we are with the SPY, continuing this breakout 3-day run and breaking above 400, getting to the next level that everyone was watching, which is 405, and slightly above it here at 406, and hit highs of 407 and some change on the day. Now, what is it that I'm going to be watching going into Monday? That's what we're going to break down in today's video. Let me pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which gives us that extra layer of confirmation and that edge within the volatility. Slots are now open for those interested. The link is down below in the description. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, and it's very interesting how yesterday, right, outflows picked up. We're under a bull indicator as well, but things pulled back and continued higher right after those inflows picked up towards the end of the day and rolled over into today. But the stock here, the SPY itself, continued to go higher while outflows have started to pick up. We have a hidden divergence here, and this is super important because we are above the midpoint, so those outflows may be pulling back, but as long as it doesn't cross the midpoint, it may not have a big impact on the chart like what happened here. Look at these outflows. They did not cross, and look what happened. It barely moved things down. So very interesting stuff here, and we need to see, is it going to find support like this on Monday, or is it going to actually cross here on the 30-minute, and it could start to reflect on the chart. So I'm going to share with you guys the supports and resistance that I'm watching and what this means, where we're at right now for the stock market, especially for the SPY and the overall stocks as well, right? So when you zoom into the 15-minute, you could see within the volatility that the inflows continue to dominate here since yesterday, right? They slightly crossed, they've been dominating, find support above it every time, and today it just picked up right after the bell and continued higher, even when these outflows started to pick up, because we've stayed above the midpoint. But within the volatility on the 15-minute, we've been under that bull indicator, but the outflows now, we're really close to it. If this crosses right back down, we could possibly start seeing it reflect here on the chart and possibly even cancel out this bull indicator with a bear indicator in the process within the volatile moves here of the 15-minute chart. So I'm going to be watching that very carefully going into Monday. But when you zoom back out towards the 30-minute, those outflows were still above here, the midpoint. That's why the whole entire chart has not been destroyed. And when you zoom out to the even bigger picture and look at the 1 hour, we've done a complete transition here. Bull indicator since Wednesday, full strength here. These inflows got crossed, and through the whole process, the inflows just continued to go higher. Even though they slowed down yesterday, they stayed above the midpoint, continued higher, and we're pretty far away from the midpoint here as you see it, right? Going from green to red, but we're still way above, and that's going to be important to watch as well if the 30-minute rolls into the 1 hour, affecting the bigger picture, right? So back to the 30-minute here. Yes, we're still above. We need to watch this carefully, and what we do not want is to break through the support of the day of 402. That is going to be a very important support level. Below that is 400, and if we do pull back, we want to see this actually set up, as I like to call it, for the next bull run, right? Find support, set up for the next bull run, and try to break through the highs of the day of 407, or even if you want to round it up to 408, and then we can start talking about 410, 412. But right now, we want to see this not get a bear indicator in the pullback, and if it crosses the midpoint, to find support somewhere near, close to it, and cross back over it, right? To show strength in the volatility and on the 15-minute as well, to cross right back over it and have strength back up, because as long as we stay above the midpoint, the inflows are dominating, and any outflows happening, even as today, you could see that even though it's happening, it has not completely destroyed the chart unless it was to cross to the downside and start dominating. Look what happened the last time we crossed back on September 2nd. It was crossed, got that bear indicator, and things fell from 398 to lows here of 390, right? So super important to keep that in mind in the process of how the stock is moving right now and the overall SPY. We are above the midpoint since those inflows picked up on September 7th. Full strength here for 3 days straight. Short-lived bear indicator and 2 strong bull indicators, followed by those strong inflows to the upside, right? Like this one right here and this one right here. So right now, as it's pulling back down, the key support levels that I'm watching, as I stated, 402, 400, and below that would be 397, 398, and we need to watch these inflows versus outflows. If we cross, find support and try to come back up, or if we cross and stay below it, and in the process, does a bear indicator pop up on the 15-minute? Do we cross to the downside here as well? And then same thing on the 30-minute. Do we see a bear indicator popping up, pulling it downwards, and canceling out the previous bull indicator? Now, when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, on the 4 hour, we crossed yesterday the inflows. And I talked about how there was a bull indicator popping up towards the end of the day on the aftermarket hours. And then here we are pulling upwards. We needed to see this actually continue higher, right? It was sitting at around 3.37, which is the same place it picked up towards way back here on August 26th before rejecting back down. And I gave the scenario, will it end up being something like this, or will it continue to pull up? We need to see. And today in the pre-market, continued higher, hit 5.8 and went all the way to highs here of 9.63, and we compared it to the previous highs up here of 12.74 and also the one back here towards 9.3, and here we are sitting at around that same area here of strength on the inflow versus outflow indicator, and it still has room if it wants to pull up higher like it did previously to the 12s, 12.5 or even 16. It could continue to push this up even further to the upside to test higher resistance levels. So right now on the 4-hour though, it's actually slowed down, and the last time that happened, it continued afterwards, but we need to see it actually continue with strength, or is it going to sit sideways and switch from green to red? And even though this bull indicator is there, it could quickly shift back towards a bear indicator the closer it gets to the midpoint, and if it crosses it, right? Because once it crosses it, like it did back here on August 26th, things started to rapidly start to fall. You could see those outflows picking up, and it went from 416 to lows here of 390. So we're going to be watching that very carefully as well on the bigger time frames. But within the volatility, these are the key levels I'll be watching, these inflow versus outflows and the bull and bear indicators. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, and let's make some money.